Hey guys, today we will be looking into the topic data interpretation. So when it comes to this topic, UPSC hasn't been consistently asking from it. In fact, in the last 5 years, there has only been 4 questions asked from this topic, and in 2022 there was no questions from this topic. But one good thing about this topic is that it is actually comparably a simpler topic, okay? And we will be discussing some kinds of charts and datas, and we will also look into details about the pie chart, because pie chart is actually the most important most important chart when it comes to this topic. So if you like this video, please do subscribe, share and support. And if you want to join my Telegram channel, I will be providing the link in the description box as well. So let us move on with the video. So guys, here I have given different representations of the same data. Here the same data I have given as table, I have given as column chart, I have given as line chart, and I have given as pie chart. So if you look into the topic, its name is data interpretation. So the most important thing that you need to do in this in the questions from this topic is that you need to interpret the data given in different representations. So UPSC can give a column, UPSC can give a chart, it can be different type of chart, it can be a line chart, it can be a column chart or bar chart, it can be a pie chart. So from these kinds of figures and representations, you need to interpret the data and you need to answer the question that has been asked. So this is the thing that you need to do. Okay, so here I have given an example for you to understand. So there is an activity and there is hours spent. So this is the hours spent in a day. So in a day there are 24 hours, right? So a student, in that 24 hours, 8 hours he will sleep, 6 hours he is going to school, 3 hours he spent playing, and 3 hours he will do the homework, and the rest 4 hours it is given as others. So this is a data. So this is a column data. Okay. So from here UPSC can ask if you are given a column data like this, and UPSC can ask questions like how much percentage of time in a day the student is sleeping. Right, so these kind of data UPSC can ask, right? And you know, if for the question that I have asked, how you will do the problem, you know that in a day there are 24 hours, and for sleeping he is taking 8 hours, right? So the percentage of sleeping, the percentage of hours that is spent for sleeping is 8 by 24 into 100. So in this way you need to answer the question based on the data, and this same data I have given as column chart here. So here it is hours, this represents hours, right? And for sleeping he is taking 8 hours. See, here it is 8, so this is 8, this is 6, right? So for school he is taking 6 hours. So in this way the same data you can represent as a bar chart or a column chart, and similarly it can be represented as a line chart as well. So here sleep represents to this point, that is 8 hours, school represents to this point, which is 6 hours. So in this way you can do it. Now again it can also be represented as a pie chart. Okay, so here this 8 represents sleeping, this 6 represents school, this 3 represents play, this 3 represents homework, and this 4 represent others. So in this way the same data UPSC can ask in different representations. Okay, so now we will look into, actually we will be doing the questions, I will be doing the previous year questions, and I will make you understand how you need to solve how you need to approach and how you need to solve the problems. But before moving on to that, actually you need to understand the concept of pie chart a little more, because pie chart different concepts can be asked from pie chart. So let us look into that first. Okay, so now let us look into the details about pie chart. So the same data that I have given before, I have given as a pie chart here. So this pie chart represents the hours that a student spends for different activities in a day. That means the total hours is actually 24 hours, because in a day there are 24 hours, right? Now here you can ask, you can get questions like this. That is, you need to convert this into percentage form. That means you can ask like how many percentage is spending for sleeping, how many percentage of hours is spending for playing, how many percentage of hours is spending for homework, or how many percentage of hours is spending for playing and school together. So different kinds of questions can be asked. Similarly, it can also ask, UPSC can also ask like this: what is the angle of the sector corresponding to play? What is the angle of the sector corresponding to homework? Or what is the angle of the sector corresponding to play and homework together? So these kind of questions can be asked. So let us see how we can solve this question. Okay, so here you need to understand one thing, that is, this is a pie chart and this is a circle. So this total angle is actually 360 degree. Okay, and this total circle represents 100%, right? Because we are taking full means it is 100%. So 360 degree in this pie chart corresponds to 100%, and it corresponds to 24 hours, because in a day there are 24 hours, and here this pie chart is showing 24 hours, right? The activity is done in 24 hours. So the full pie chart, that is 360 degree angle, which corresponds to 100%, and it corresponds to total hours, that is 24 hours. So if you can do this one, or if you can identify this thing, then you can do all the questions. Okay, so here we first, let us see how we can find out this angle. We need to find this angle. How we can do that? We know that 360 degree corresponds to 24 hours. So I am taking this and this now, because I need to convert this 8, which is hours, into degree. So I need to take hours and degree from here. So 360 degree corresponds to 24 hours, right? So we need to see 8 hours corresponds to how much degree. So I am taking x here. So just cross multiply, you will get 24 into x is equal to 360 into 8, or x is equal to 8 by 24 into 360. So this is 360 by 3 is 120. So this angle is 120 degree. So in this way, if you can identify this thing, then you can do any questions from this topic. Okay. Now I want to find the angle of this and this together. Okay, the segment that corresponds to others and the segment that corresponds to homework together. I need to find this angle. So just add these hours first, that is 7. So we know that 360 degree corresponds to 24 hours. So we need to find what angle is corresponding to 7 hours. So just do like this and cross multiply, you will get the answer. So in this way you can find out the angles. Similarly, you can also find out the percentages. So now we need to find what is the percentage represented by this segment, that is school segment. So here we know that 24 hours corresponds to 100%. Okay, I am taking this and this because we need to find out the percentage. So now we need to find 6 hours corresponds to what percentage. So I am just taking as x, just cross multiply, that is 24 into x is equal to 100 into 6, or x is equal to 100 into 6 by 24. So you will get the answer if you do that, right? So in this way you can find out the percentages of different segment as well. So from percentage, if actually sometimes UPSC will be given like this, there won't be hours given. Okay, there won't be hours like this. Sometimes they will give the pie chart and they will give the angles, all these different angles they will give. Okay, they will give like this. Then they will ask you to find out how many hours corresponds to this sleep. So here also you can do in a similar way. So here from the angle you need to find out the hours, right? So here you know that 360 degree corresponds to 24 hours, because in a day there is 24 hours. So we need to know 120 degree corresponds to how many hours. Just take as x and then cross multiply. So in this way, even if the pie chart is given in different forms, if it is given as absolute values, or if it is given in percentage form, or if it is given the angles of different segments are given by just taking this one. So first identify this one of the different pie chart, the pie chart given, and then you can do the questions. Okay, so now let us move on to, I will show you different questions, that is different previous year questions, and then we can solve those questions. Okay. So now let us look into different previous year questions. So along with solving this question, I will also give you some small tricks which you can actually use to help in your calculations. Okay, this will help in your calculation, and I will also tell you some approaches that you need to follow in solving this kind of questions. So now let us look into a question. This is actually from UPSC 2021. Okay, a pie chart. So there is a pie chart, shows the percentage distribution. So the pie chart is showing percentages. So I told you that pie chart, UPSC can give pie chart which shows the absolute value, or it can be the angles made by the segments, or it can be the percentage distribution. So here it has given the percentage distribution. Okay, so proteins is there in the pie chart, water is there, and dry elements are there. Okay, now given that proteins corresponds to 16%, so you have protein like this is protein, and this corresponds to 16%. Okay, and water corresponds to 70%, so water is maximum, water corresponds to 70%, and balance it will be dry elements. So how much will be balance? It's 70 is here, 16 is here, total 86. So we know that total percentage will be 100%. So rest it will be 14%. So dry elements will be 14%. Okay, so that we got. Now, if both proteins and dry elements corresponds to P percentage. So what is P percentage? Dry plus protein together. So dry plus protein is 14 plus 16, that is 30%. So actually P is 30%. Okay. So then what is the central angle of the sector representing P? So we need to find out how much, what is this angle? So how much P represents, or how much 30% represents. So here we need to connect the percentage with the angle. We know that 100% corresponds to 360 degree. Now we need to find out what does 30% correspond. So I am taking x here, just cross multiply. That means 100x is equal to 30 into 360, or x is equal to 30 by 100 into 360. So I am cancelling the zeros, you will get 108 degree. So answer is option C, 108 degree. So in this way, you need to solve the questions from pie chart. So now let us look into a different question. This is again from UPSC 2021. So a table is given. So in that table, it has given 4 different players are there, and it has given the runs scored by them in first innings and the runs scored by them in the second innings, and also the balls faced in first innings and balls faced in second innings. So if you are a person who watch cricket regularly, you can connect this question very easily, because this is a question based on a cricket match, a test match. So a test will be having 2 innings, and in each of the innings the runs scored and the balls faced is given. Okay, but even if you don't watch the cricket, even if you don't watch cricket match, you can actually understand the question by deducing from the meaning itself. Okay, so here it has asked who is the fastest run scorer. That means who scores runs faster. That means if you take a fewer balls to score more runs, then you are the fastest run scorer. So here what we need to do is that we need to find out R by B ratio. R by B ratio means runs by ball ratio, and whoever is having run by ball ratio more, then that person will be the fastest run scorer, right? So we need to find run by ball ratio. So here we need to find out the total runs scored by each person and the total number of balls faced by each person. So here some students, what they will do is that they will take the the area for the rough work, and then they will go and draw this table again. Don't do that. You can utilize the same table itself. So what you need to do that in the question paper itself, just draw lines like this and utilize this table itself. So it will save you a lot of time. And just draw a line like this and just write runs and balls. So I am going to write it here itself. Okay, so it's going to save me a lot of time. So here the player A, total runs is 61 plus 14, that is 75. Total balls is 99 plus 76, that is 175. Now for B, total runs is 5 plus 50, 55, and total balls is 12 plus 85, that is 97. Now for C, it is 15 and 20, that is 35. Total ball is 75 plus 50, 125. Now for D, it is 13 and 12, that is 25. And total balls is 55 plus 50, it is 125. So I told you that we need to find out the R by B ratio of all the persons, and we need to find out who got more R by B ratio, who has the maximum R by B ratio. So here for A, it is 75 by 175. For B, it is 55 by 97. For C, it is 35 by 125. And for D, it is 25 by 105. So here what happens is that some students, what they will do up to here. Now they will get confused because they need to find out which is higher in these fractions. So it is actually difficult if you are going to do the calculations, full calculations. It will take a lot of time for you to find out all these values and find out which is the maximum. Okay, so I will tell you a trick here. What you need to do is that if you get different fractions In whichever question, okay, if you are having different fractions and you want to find out whichever fraction is the maximum or whichever fraction is the minimum, what you need to do is that just put a 0 here. Just put a 0 in the numerator. Now try to solve it. So here I am taking this one first. So 250 by 105. We know that 105 into 2 is 210. So this is going to be 2 point something. I'm not going to solve it fully. So this is 2 point something. Now here 125 into 2 is 250. Okay. 125 into 3 is 375. Here it is 350. So again this is also 2 point something. Okay. Now just go here. This one, we know that 100 into 5 is 500. So here denominator is less than 100, that is 97. So this is anyway it is going to be greater than 5 because 100 into 5 is 550. So 97 into 5 will be, 97, it will be greater than 5, right? So it is 550 here. So 550 by 97 will be greater than 5. So we can eliminate these two options because it is 2 point. Here we got that this is greater than 5. Now just take this one. Already we got that this is greater than 5. So I am just taking 175 into 5. So 175 into 5 is 25. 7 into 5 is 35 plus 2 37. And 5 into 1 is 5 plus 3 8. So 875. So 175 into 5 is 875. Here you have only 750. It is less than 875. So this will be less than 5. Right? So this will be less than 5. Right? Anyway, because it is going to be 4 point something. So you got that option B is the right answer. So without doing the actual calculations, you can find out whichever fraction is greater or smaller. So this you can utilize in data interpretations and also in different other questions as well. Okay. So let us do a different question. This is from UPSC 2020. Again, you are given a table and from that table, you need to find out which of the following period has natural growth rate maximum. So here it is given birth rate is given and death rate is given. So birth rate, many people are being born. That means people are added to the population, and death rate means people are getting reduced from the population. So natural growth rate will be birth rate minus death rate. So you need to find out the birth rate minus death rate of these different years. So here what some students what they will do is that they will first find out the natural growth rate of this year, this year, this year, this year, this year, this year and this year. All the years they will find out and then they will go and check in which of this year it is maximum. But that is a wrong strategy because it's going to cost you so much of time. Only do those options which are here. Okay, only 4 options are given. So just go and check the natural growth rate of only those 4 options. So 19, we need to find out the natural growth rate of this year. We need to find out the natural growth rate of this year and this year and this year. So just we need to find out the growth rate of 4 years. Okay. So again, I am going to tell you another trick here. Some students, what they will do, here they will find out the actual value. Here they will find out the actual value. And in all 4, they will find out the actual value. And then they will go and see whichever has the maximum. Don't do like that. Just first find out an approximate number. So here it is 48 and it's 48.1. So we'll just take it as 48. Here it is 35.5. We'll just take it as 38. So we know that 48 minus 35 is going to be 13. So this is closer to 13. This value will be closer to 13. Birth rate minus death rate. Similarly, this value 39 minus 27 is closer to 12. And this one 41 minus 18. It is closer to 23. Here 37 minus 14, it is also closer to 23. So we can eliminate these 2 options, right? We don't need to do the proper calculations there. So here it is actually very close. It's 23. Okay. So we need to find out these 2 years in exact manner. So we will find out this one, that is 41.1 minus 18.9. So you will get 11 minus 9 is 2. Then 10 minus 8 is 2. Then 3 minus 1 is 2. So you got 22.2 there. And in the next year, it is 37.1 minus 14.8. So you will get 3 here. Then 6 minus 4 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 22.3. So this is 1971 to 81 is slightly higher. The growth rate of 1971 to 81 is slightly higher than 1961-71. So option D is the right answer. So in this way, from data interpretation, you can use small tricks. Okay, whatever I have told you so far, you can use those tricks and find out the answers easily. So guys, thank you so much. If you like this video, please do subscribe, share and support. And if you have any suggestions, you can post it in the comment section. So thank you.